Let's do it. The final chapter. The final... I mean, we don't even know if this is the final, but it feels like the final.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
We fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream. Our dream is within our grasp.
It surely feels like
We need
the
only endure this
end
final
here.
trial, and we shall. Together.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
I'm surprised there's so much... There's this theme of, like, doing things together. Because I really didn't expect that. They've kind of built it... I mean, I know they're probably gonna do something with Clive after this, but...
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
And here we go.
Welcome,
Oh, epic.
sons of fire.
And Torgal comes too.
No!
Man, this theme, epic.
Come back.
And why do we even open the door? Kind of a shame. Just see the dramatic effect of opening the door.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him and we leave.
This feels like we're just going down the stereotypical humans are too sinful and must be deleted from the world, and then the hero is like, even though we're sinful, we also do good things, and humans should be allowed to persist. Like, a lot of games and movies have done this same exact trope. I still feel like this game's doing it well, but I do want to point out that this is like a really obvious trope that's been done many times. So I'm hoping they throw in a curveball a bit, and it's not just that and that's it. Having said that, I really do like how when we started the game, when we started breaking the crystals, I had this feeling that we would break all the crystals. Like, you know, you'd have your Garuda crystal and your Titan crystal and your Odin crystal, and then, or Bahamut crystal, and then your Odin crystal, and then you'd fight Ultima in the end. So I kind of like how it threw in a spin, and the ending is actually the final crystal, and it wasn't just like Odin, we killed Odin without killing a crystal. It kind of went against my expectations there a bit, because I thought it would be like very simple, 4 icons, 4 crystals, and then Ultima at the end. But it feels like this final crystal is part of the puzzle. Like, there's something we still don't know about the crystals in Ultima, and why Ultima wants to protect the crystals, because it almost seems like it would be better for him for them to be smashed. So like, there's still a piece of the puzzle we don't know, and this final crystal is playing into that, and that's really cool. I just hope that it's a cool twist and not something stupid. This song is incredible.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
Feels a bit weird to have such a big exposition dump right at the end. But I suppose
he'll tell us soon enough.
I suppose it's kind of warranted. We've built up all these questions and now we're finally getting answers. But it is kind of weird this close to the end, getting this big dump. I feel like maybe we should have gotten this exposition dump at Odin, and then this should have just been late final battle, you know? But I don't know how close we actually are to the end, so keep my mouth shut.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his god awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
Yes, this is what I was talking about earlier, like, it's a false salvation. It's a salvation for humanity, but in a way that's, we give up everything and just become, you know, nothing. Or, in fact, we don't even really, in the way that Barnabas kind of put it, like, we don't even sacrifice our will, we basically just die. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a false salvation. It's salvation for him, not for us. He's not here to save us, he's here to use us for his own salvation. But you can see his side of it because to him that's the only way to get away from the blight. And Clive doesn't necessarily have a solution to the blight, so he's just hoping that when he breaks the crystals they can find a way, but he does not have a for sure way to defeat the blight. So in a way you can understand Barnabas's plight.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it.
You know what's really cool? I just thought about this. So you have the one side who thinks, you know, regardless of whether or not this new world created by Ultima would be the best thing for humanity, they decide that they want to save themselves. They want to save humanity the way it is. They don't want to destroy everything they know and love to create this new world, even if it would potentially be better for the future of humanity, right? So that's side A, right? And then there's side B, which is Barnabas' side, where he thinks that Ultima is correct, and it would be the best thing for humanity for all the humans right now to be wiped, and for a new humanity to start on this new Ultima world, right? So you have side A and side B. The personalities and experiences of the two head people of side A and side B fit perfectly with the ideals of each side. And this is what I mean. Barnabas was a king. He was born a king. He got everything given to him. He's a king, can do whatever he wants. He has all the power, right? He's never been enslaved before. He's always been a king. So for everything to be taken away from him feels different because he's always had everything. So the idea of saving humanity by giving up himself is something that makes sense to him, given that he was always given everything anyways, right? Then you have side A with Clive, who has first-handed seen the enslavement of everyone he's known and loved. He's been a dominant from day one and been treated like a dominant. He's seen bearers and seen how they've been treated. He's also been treated like a bearer for, I think it was 15 years or whatever. So he understands the feeling of being enslaved and having everything taken away from him, right? So it makes sense that he would be on the side of, I don't want to be enslaved again. I don't want to go back to being enslaved by this greater power and being sent to this new world or killed in order for this new world to be created. I want to live my life now. I already was enslaved for 15 years. I want to be me, right? And then also with him following Sid and his ideals the same way. He wants everyone, no matter how bad it is, no matter how, and it all goes back to what Sid said back before. He said he doesn't care how hard it is. He doesn't care if everyone dies 2 years later. He wants everyone to die on their own terms. Doesn't matter if it's worse for humanity, doesn't matter if it's worse for the people around him. He wants everyone to die on their own terms. Even if those terms are awful, he does not want to die as an enslaved person. He wants to die in a free world. So Clive is following that same exact thing, and that's why it makes sense that he would be against Ultima. I never had this feeling that Clive would actually agree with Ultima in any way, because we've seen him throughout the entire game follow this same exact ideal of, even back when he was a prince, we had those scenes where it was awkward for him to be a prince and to tell people to do things. He's always had the same exact ideal of, why isn't everyone just free? Why isn't everyone just able to have whatever they need? Why do people have to be of a lower, stature than me, kind of thing? And then that just continued to grow as he became a bearer and enslaved for however many years. As he started to be under Sid and learn his ideals, it's all empowered this same exact idea of he wants to be a free man. So when we get to this point where we talk to Barnabas and we talk to Ultima, and what they are saying isn't necessarily incorrect. They are trying to save humanity in a way. We never have this feeling of like, maybe Clive would actually agree with them, because the entire game he's been of this same ideal. So I love that it's not just, well, I disagree because I'm the hero and we don't want Jill to die. Like, there's a reason that he disagrees with Ultima, and it's deeper than just, well, that's the good guy thing to do. It follows the same exact ideal that we've built up throughout the entire game, which is really cool. And I love how Barnabas, it also makes sense that Barnabas would connect with Ultima, because he's been a king his whole life, right? It's not just, well, he's the bad guy, so he has to agree with the other bad guy. Or it's not just that, well, he showed him his mother and then he got brainwashed. Like, no, it makes sense that Barnabas would fit that ideal. It's believable to me that Barnabas would do that. It's not just he's the bad guy or that he was just manipulated. It's not that Ultima was just cast a spell on him and now he's evil. It makes sense that he would follow that. And he's not necessarily wrong in a lot of ways, So that's really, really cool that it's, even though this is a bit of a trope with either erase the world or keep it in its sinful state, is a trope that's been done many, many times. I feel like it's done really well through the characters here. It is believable that each character is on their perspective sides, or respective sides, I should say.
Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his god's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own. And from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource. And the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. Though we're one and the same.
We were created from him, so it makes sense. So now we know for sure that Ultima himself created us. I don't think we knew that up to this point. We knew that gods created us, but we didn't know that Ultima specifically did. And we also still don't know what Mythos is about. We know he created us, created him, but for what purpose, we still don't know. Were we simply just a vessel so that Ultima could join humanity? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I'm a little confused by the term gods as well. If Ultima created us, what are the other gods doing? Like, are they all gone? Is Ultima the only one left? You keep saying gods.
Or what's left of him.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark.
Or maybe he's the only one that woke up.
Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Mythos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend?
So there you go. So it's not salvation for us.
We only ever required you, Mythos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all! What?
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdained.
So what happened to Ultima being inside Joshua? By the way, he never got out. Maybe he's not at full power.
Nice try.
How do I dodge that? How do I dodge that? How do I dodge anything? This is going well. Uh-oh. I whiffed.
Nice try.
Oh. Darn it. I was gonna try to block it. He's mad.
Such foul attaint may not be sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
That does not work.
I can't go on.
That does not work. I tried blocking it to see if it would work. It did not work.
Know your insignificance.
Oh, nice. You get to start here.
Nice try. Nice try.
Oh, that ×4 precision dodge. Yeah, I still have a lot of questions about what's going on here, but I'm gonna wait till we see what happens after this. I still have a lot of question marks. Uh-oh.
Nice try.
Oh, maybe I should just jump there, actually. I didn't even think about that. What's he saying? And? Oh yeah, I could just jump.
We will unmake you.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. No good.
That timing is weird.
Titan!
Oh, lame. Oh, okay, I didn't think you could cancel that, but you can. I'm gonna have to cut this short. This might still be too slow, actually. Okay, we got it.
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now?
The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness.
Ouch, ouch,
Surrender
ouch,
it unto
ouch,
us.
ouch. Can you stop? That hurts. Oh my.
Guess we're all ready.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get a big 140k stagger on him, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Prostrate yourselves. Surrender.
Uh-oh.
Nice try.
Dude, those are so fun to pull off. That worked, I guess. I'm trying to go for the big boy damage. Oh, I don't think it matters at this point. He doesn't have much health left. Oh my god, that attack is nuts. before I could do the rest. I think Ultima's trying to kill us, guys. What do you think? Ooh, a dancing steel accessory. Oh my god, that's incredible. That's like perfect, because I was just saying it sucks that dancing steel doesn't fill it all the way. So I have to do a couple attacks afterwards, but I don't want to equip another Odin ability. This is like exactly what I need. Yeah, where's my 2 gil though?
At last, for countless generations, have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Is that Jill talking to herself?
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try. So why not leave it all behind?
And Sid's voice is so deep. You could hear it through all the other ones. Yeah, here's that false salvation of like, oh, you've been sinning this whole time. Well, yeah, but we had to sin in order to stop you, because you were gonna wipe the whole planet.
Clive!
Just tricking us into thinking we're the problem.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
I love this remix of the battle theme.
This is no mere evolution, it is deviation. And herefrom does Logos rise.
Okay. Apparently we were inside the crystal or something.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
Wait, that happened inside our head? How'd the crystal break then?
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering.
I feel like Ultima talks a bit much. This was kind of a giant exposition dump. But at least it's not... Like, at least there's more. If it was that and then the game ended, I would have been like, wow. There's more.
And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Okay, this is what we've been missing. That's cool. They use Prelude so much, like constantly. It's basically the main theme of the game. Like, it's gone through everything.
The bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they?
Which is really cool, because Prelude kind of used to be the main theme of Final Fantasy, but now it's more of something that every game puts in it just so you can be like, oh look, the Prelude. But in this game, it's like the main theme again. It goes through everything. Every big moment, we get Prelude somewhere in there.
Ether.
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Hey guys, we're back.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here. Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you.
I was gonna say. Like, go ahead and go, I can catch up. I'm a Dragoon. So, hold on. Before we go too far, I wanted to talk, because I guarantee we're gonna have like a million more cutscenes. So, first of all, I feel like there's a lot of plot convenience that they couldn't explain, and then they were like, you know what, let's just have Mythos be part of Ultima's plan so that we can make all this convenient. Am I the only one that feels this way? It's not like it's ruining the story for me or anything, but like there's so many moments where it feels like Ultima could just be like, okay, you're dead, or okay, all your friends are dead, or okay, now we're going to plop you right where you need to be, or, you know, I'm going to explain the whole story to you. Like, but he can't just poof us dead, and he needs to explain everything to us because we're part of the plan. Like, if Clive wasn't part of the plan, it'd be hard to describe how he could even stand a chance against Odin or Ultima. And Ultima just kind of plops him in the right place at all times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean it as a bad thing. I just mean it as like, if Mythos wasn't part of the plan, everything would have gone to crap immediately. But because he's part of the plan, everything kind of works out. Which I'm hoping that leads to like something meaningful. Because we still don't know exactly why, you know, why does he need Mythos? It seems like where we're headed is that Mythos was the plan to kill humanity. That's my guess. My guess is that the idea was put all of the ether into one human, have that human kill everything, and then I don't know how they get rid of Mythos after that. I don't know what the plan is after that, but it feels like that's what we're building up to. Because I don't know why else you would want to put all the power into one person. Perhaps it was just he's the vessel to get the ether power to the new world, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. But for some reason, we need Mythos to be like the strongest thing in existence. And we can't let Mythos die until the plan is complete. Which is what's led to Clive being able to make it this far. Without him just snapping him into darkness forever. Because it seems like he has that power. He could just teleport Clive wherever he wants. So, like, seems like he would have the power just to plop him into the middle of the ocean and be like, I win. You know what I mean? Then I know it's like video game logic, but seems like he could just, and he just like, he put himself inside of his mind and he fell asleep. This is like the third time that he's put himself inside of Clive's mind and Clive has fallen asleep. Surely he could just walk up and poke him with a sword at that point, right? I know it's like plot convenience because of video games, but I can't get over the fact that like constantly it seems like Ultima could have easily disposed of us, and the only reason he hasn't is because we have to be part of the plan. So I'm just hoping that this plan is something that's like really cool and important, and it's not just like, well, we wanted you to delete humanity for us. Well, you could have just done that yourself. You created humanity. How could you not delete it, you know? I mean, maybe that's part of it, though. Maybe he can't delete humanity. Maybe he needs Mythos to do it. I don't know. But I'm curious to see where it goes, is all I'm saying. Second of all, I had a question. One of my patented, hey, do you think this would have been better questions? So you know how during Bahamut, Joshua and Clive came together to create Super Ifrit? And then ever since then, well, not ever since then, but then Joshua saw the picture and he was like, that's what he wants. He wants the connected Ifrit. That's the whole thing, is like us together creates the ultimate icon thing, right? Do you think it would have been better if they actually didn't do the connected Bahamut Phoenix during, the connected Ifrit Phoenix during Bahamut? Do you think it would have been better if we had never seen Ifrit and Phoenix connect, and then Joshua saw the picture and he was like, somehow it seems like we can connect, but how is it possible? And then during that moment, that's the first time that they combine. And then Ultima's like, oh my god, what is this? Do you think that would have... To me, I feel like... Here's the only problem with that. I feel like Joshua and Clive working together to defeat Bahamut was really cool because it made Bahamut seem really strong. But I feel like the timing would have been so much better if that was the first time we saw them combine. And then Ultima was like, whoa, what is this? Logos? Like, because we've already combined once. Didn't Ultima see that fight? Doesn't he know that we've combined before? It seems weird that he wouldn't know that. And also, like, Joshua going and seeing the picture and seeing that they could combine could have been, like, the solution to the puzzle of defeating Ultima instead of just something that we've already done. Now it's like this thing that's, oh man, how do we combine? It seems like the picture showing that we can combine, but how would we do that? And then in the big moment, they combine and then boom, they defeat Ultima, kind of. They get rid of Ultima for the time being. I feel like that would have been better. I feel like it's weird that... Like, maybe that's not the exact thing that shocked him, but still, I think it would have been cooler if they would have held that moment until just then. But, having said that, combined Ifrit Phoenix in space fighting Bahamut was, like, really cool. So, you know, that's... You give and you take. But maybe they could have defeated Bahamut just as two separate icons and not have combined. Maybe they just combined their laser beams and it became a super laser beam or something and have to, like, literally combine. I don't know. I just thought maybe that would have made that moment a bit cooler if that was the first time we saw them combine. It would have made a bit more sense that Joshua had to go out of his way to find that picture. Because what did he... I mean, he went and found the picture just to find out that them combining is something that Ultima desires. That's all he found out. If he had gone and found out that it was possible, that would have been a lot cooler. But we already knew it was possible, right? So, I don't know. I just think maybe that would have been a better way to do it. Oh, nice. Although we can't travel now. That's a big crystal. That's true. He did also find out that Phoenix wasn't there. Well, I thought that was just because they were combined. I thought that the reason he was like, Phoenix isn't there, was connected to him figuring out that they were combined in the picture. Maybe not, though.